Hello, everyone. Welcome to Ink-Spired Literary Tête-à-Tête, the first episode of Ink-Spired Literary Tête-à-Tête. And today I am really excited to invite author Preethi Baladev to the first episode. She is a very talented artist and author. So welcome, Preethi. And we are here to discuss her book, Divine Promises. But before we delve into the intricacies of the book, let us hear a little more about her. So, Preethi, can you please tell something more about you?
Thank you so much, Hema, first of all, for having me on the debut episode of Ink-Spired. It's really such an honor. Okay. So I started out as a software engineer. Yeah, I think most of us do. And then family came up and I couldn't really concentrate on my work because I'm sure everybody knows IT is really hectic. So when my elder daughter was born, I completely quit IT. I quit the corporate world. But yes, somewhere I was missing myself. So I started dabbling in various other fields. I'm a certified yoga professional. I have taught 50 plus women under my banner of Yoga Shreem Center for Abundance. And then I just kind of naturally went into meditation, mindfulness. So I was briefly a mindfulness coach too. And then I got into subconscious reprogramming, and it's been such a fantastic journey up until now. Okay, so all through my life, through every field that I've dabbled in, books and words have been such a constant. Right from grade 3 when I picked up my first book, I think the love affair began there, and it's always been books that I have turned to for comfort, for solace, for joy. And I started living multiple lives through books, through the characters, through the authors. And I guess because of the magic of words and books in my life, it's very natural to want to be an author. And really happy to say that last year I published my debut novel, which is Divine Promises. It's fiction, action, adventure. I love all kinds of books, but fantasy, action, adventures, and thrillers hold a very special place in my heart because somewhere in our mundane lives, in the routine, we want that kind of magic, that kind of adventure. And these kind of books give me that joy. So I think it's very appropriate that my first book is on action adventure. Yes, there's a huge dose of mythology in it. There's Lord Hanuman and the Immortal One and Sri Ram. And it's very nice to be in this phase of my life where I'm writing a book and then the whole world is discovering about India and our rich heritage and our culture. So really blessed. It's been an awesome journey until now, and I know that the best is not even come yet. So really looking forward to how this pans out later on.
Awesome, Preethi. It is so nice to hear you, to listen to you, how you have overcome all the obstacles in life. And congratulations. Huge congratulations to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Maybe that is why I find your character, Maithili, as so daring, so ferocious, and so much herself. It's with a character with her own mind, I should say. And before we get into that, now what made you come up with this book, The Divine Promises? Did you come across it by chance, or did you some people they think over and just because they need to write something, they just come up with some plot and they think and they work on that and they bring it out. So what inspired you to write this book?
Right. Great question. Why? Because I think the whole premise of Divine Promises, when you read the book, you realize that it is about God. It is about divine. It need not be God, depending on what you believe in. It could be source, a higher power, whatever it is, So all through the book, I could feel the presence of the divine just guiding me through, In fact, the very first shot of the book would be something that just flashed into my mind, Sometime in 2019, I had this image of the Lord Hanuman in my head. Okay? It was just like a flash. And it was red, shining, shimmering, literally with life, And I'm very intrigued by crystals and, all the vibration of crystals. And it's something magical for me. So I went online and I started checking about what kind of a stone is this that just shimmers like, a volcanic lava or something which is just encased in stone, But I never found anything of it. But what I did find was so much about Lord Hanuman, and it just triggered the plot, It's literally like the plot came alive through some power, because if you see, it's very intricate, it's quite complex, the whole way the whole characters as well as the storyline pans out. It feels like there is some divine flow, So I think it was the higher power telling me that, see, I want you to write this story, I want you to write this book in this way, with this image, and with the whole premise of, I'm there for you. Even through the worst of, you could be in hell, but be sure that I'm there and it's all going to be okay. So that one flash of the Lord's image in my head is what triggered Divine Promises. And yes, I love action adventure. So obviously it's going to be an action adventure. But the whole theme, if you see, is divinity in everyday life.
So you say that this was destined to be so, right?
Definitely,
And,
which is why
to carry the mythological element within us. It's so
That's right.
deep-seated within each one of us. So